Hello, Cowboys land. Are you ready for the draft? You knew you was going to see me when it was draft time. You knew that you knew I was going to show up. I just can't. The draft is my favorite time. Well, one of my most favorite times of the season. But this is one of my most favorite times of the season when we get new blood. And I'm always going to be there. All right. I'm very excited for the draft this year for two reasons. Number one, I get that out of the way quickly. I'm going back to Madden this year. I've taken 2 years off of Madden. So my little hiatus is over. I'm jumping back on the sticks this year. And the best way to be good at Madden is to know all the young talent that's coming in the league. So I've got a OD on all the talent just for that as one. Number two, you knew how we were feeling at the end of the season. I was just so done. I was so done. And, I just went on with my life. And as I was doing that, I was getting notices on my phone with moves that Cowboys are making. I was in Thailand and just enjoying my life, feeding elephants. That's all I did. I ain't do nothing else with elephants. Just fed it. But feeding elephants, hanging out on the beach, doing stuff. And by the way, go visit Thailand, not Taiwan. I didn't say Taiwan. Stuff going on in Taiwan, but Thailand. Beaches, beautiful. It's nice, cheap. You can get stuff, a hotel much nicer than the United States of America for much cheaper price. The only thing that's expensive is the plane flight over there. But when you get there, you're eating cheap, you're living cheap, and you're chilling on the beach. All right, sorry. That was my little commercial for Thailand. So I was out there, and then all these things was coming through my phone like, man, these guys are making almost every single decision that I would be making if I was there. This has never happened before, guys. After every season, especially in the Jason Garrett era, which has been until now, it's been a long time. But this has not happened in a long time where in off season, it's like what they're doing and our front office is aligned with what's in my head. And I'm like, wait a minute. So this is the reason. I mean, that in itself is a reason to get excited. So let's quickly go over the things that started to like rejuvenate me. The number one, the first, and this is the big one. This is the big one, the biggest one for me. Yeah. And if you've been following this channel for a long time, you know my absolute disdain for the Jason Garrett offense. Didn't say Jason Garrett. I'm trying not to be as personal as before. You know what I'm saying? Just try to be nicer. The Jason Garrett offense. I hate it. I hated the Jason Garrett offense. I couldn't stand it during the Romo years. And if you go back and look at some of my videos, I would say the same things during the games. What Romo was happening to the games now. And it would just, everything was all done within a little 20-yard space. And then, the curl issues. It was all the same. Everything that we're dealing with this last year, we've seen for years. So I was really frustrated with the Jason Garrett offense. Then in 2014, we hired Scott Linehan. And then we got rid of Bill Callahan, who was one of my favorites. And Scott Linehan was running our offense, him and Jason Garrett. Well, Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan had a child. And the child was named Kellen Moore. So there's nothing to do with it's your parents, Kellen. It's nothing personal with you. It's your parents. It's your dad. Which one is the dad? I don't know. I would say Jason Garrett is your dad. Scott Linehan is your mother, and it's their fault. They're the ones who created you. So it was a problem I had not with Kellen Moore. It was with the way the offense was built, and the offenses have never worked. I mean, Linehan was like he didn't have any winning seasons as a head coach, and he had one winning season out of 5 in Detroit as a offense coordinator. How does that get a job with the Cowboys? I don't understand that. How do these people be getting jobs like that? They could totally fail here and still get a good job. I don't get that. The people I know, you fail one time, you're pretty much out of there. That's the folks I know. So I don't understand. Linehan is one of them. Jason Garrett's actually one of them because he got a job after us. But it just doesn't make sense. So these unqualified coaches, they had a son named Kellen Moore, and now Kellen Moore is finally gone. And again, it's not anything personal against Kellen. I hope the best for him and with the Chargers and that firepower they have over there. But we need something different now. And that in itself, I could have stopped right here. And I'm juiced for the season. And it ain't because, oh, we're so much better. I don't have anything for you. I have this for you. We're going to be different. And I personally blamed a lot of stuff on that offense. So I have biases in my head against that offense. So I'm excited to see something else other than that offense, if you understand what I'm saying. All right. Secondly, here's the big one, part two. Ezekiel Elliott. That's the one that came through my phone while I was in Thailand. That hurts. And you remember me, I was the one lost my mind screaming during that draft, going, it's over, it's over, it's over. And now it's over has a totally different meaning. So, and I was holding out so hard on Zeke, hoping he would give us something. And, I'm still hope that he gets on a team and is productive and can get it back. But, I mean, at that last game when we lost Pollard, we needed something from our running back. And the fact that we didn't get anything from Zeke there, that was the okay, it's over. So older superstars, they sometimes, can give you those bursts in situations and they can go flashback to their former selves or whatever. And I was kind of expecting that with Zeke, and we just didn't get it. So it's time to move on. It was a tough decision, and I personally recognize that. But with Zeke being gone and this draft being so full of quality running backs, number two reason to get really excited. We're gonna get we're gonna get some more juice for the offense. All right, next, being from South Carolina, we picked up Stephen Gilmore, one of South Carolina's finest. He was in our region. I don't think they're in our region anymore, but he was in our region. My region we're the Gaffney Indians. We won 17 state championships. We run South Carolina, but that's just something else. But I also went to college in his hometown, so I got to know a lot of Stephen Gilmore, and he's a superstar. Now I don't know his consistency. I don't know, because that depends on, his workout and all that kind of stuff. That's on him. But I can promise you that he will give you those superstar moments. He's going to make some big plays here and there. That's gonna help our football team. So that move, him and Diggs back there, that move is beautiful. That rolls into the next move, and it's all the defensive continuity that we're developing, bringing back LVE. You got Donovan Wilson, and it took me a minute with this defense because I didn't trust all the turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was hit, once we came out and started getting all those turnovers, in my mind, it had to keep happening, and I had to see why it was happening before I would believe in the turnovers. Now I really believe in the turnovers, and I see the way that it's not a dominating defense, but it's a defense that will make you make mistakes, which I kind of like. It's kind of like a safer version of a Ryan defense without all the blitzing and stuff like that. A much safer version of that. All right, and the last one, not scheme wise though. Don't. I'm just talking about pressure, not scheme wise. It's totally different scheme wise. Some of y'all blow me up on the comments. What is he saying? We're nothing like that. No. All right, and the last one is Brandon Cooks. Now, even though I don't rank the move for Brandon Cooks as high as the one for Gilmore, because I think more of Gilmore as the player. Again, I'm biased from the area. It's still big. And last year, you can think back to how we were feeling. And this is probably when I unplugged. I got so mad when we traded Amari Cooper for a bag of peanuts. I was just like, "What are you trying to do?" And I was, and pretty much, and I wish I could go back to those videos. So pretty much everything that was in my mind transcribed through the season. However, they were a little bit better. They were a little bit better than I thought they were going to be honest. After we cut, because last season was one of those seasons, the off season, where it didn't feel like we were getting better because we were losing stuff. This year, we're getting stuff. We're getting stuff, and we're pretty well-rounded to where I'm getting ready to get in that, where all positions are pretty much taken care of, and we can go in this draft getting anything that falls to us, actually. Then tagging Pollard was the absolute right thing to do in a lot of reasons. Now Pollard, hopefully he has a killer season and he can go get a contract somewhere else. Or if he's that good, killer season, we figure out how to keep him and man him with someone who's in the draft. His options are great and our options are great with Pollard. I love that situation. Then you got Hankins, Steele. Getting back Cooper Rush is good as well, even though I'm ready to find another quarterback to start to groom. Chimua Edoga is going to probably be a big help since we're going to run the ball more, and he had like a 80-something rating in the PFF in the run football game. So he's going to help us a lot. So, and I don't know about Ronald Jones, but again, Ronald Jones is another one. If we completely just whiff on a running back in the draft, then we at least have a sturdy vet that we can pair with Potter. I hope he's still a sturdy vet. Running backs don't last too long in the NFL. And here we are, and all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. And the only disappointment I've had really was Brian Schottenheimer. And it's, prove me wrong, B. Prove me wrong. But I'm a Shanahan guy, so I was trying to get that. I was hoping for that offense to come over. And I don't know if it's been diluted now because you got it in New York, the Jets, you got it in Houston, you got it in San Francisco, you got it all over the place now, so it might be diluted at this point. But I was kind of wanting that. But I think it might be best for Big Mike to keep people in-house and keep it so he can focus on what he wants to do and whatever. Because to be honest, Big Mike's it's his job that's on the line or whatever. So this week I'm going to be making draft vids mainly on the players that I think we can use, not on all of them because it's just too many. So I'll be making a few draft videos. I'll probably go live for a show or two. But for the draft, I'll certainly be live on Thursday night. And before I go, I want to say one more time, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have one guy in this draft that instantly makes us better, if you have one guy, put his name down there in the comments. I want to know that one guy. I don't know if I said this, sir. I can't remember. But if I didn't say it, I want to know that one guy, because I have one, and his video is coming up next. I'm probably going to make it in a few minutes. But I have one guy that I think will take us from here to here. Do you have a guy in this draft that you want that bad? Let me know. All right, guys. You knew you were going to see me. You knew you were going to see me. All right, I'll let you. Peace.